Hello folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. We're out here at the Ridge Barnstormers cow pasture field. We're gonna take up the Aeroscout. I'm gonna take her down here to the other end of the field and to give ourselves a range test. If I can get her down there, that is. All right. Put in range test mode. Alright, I see movement. Alright. Looks like they're coming to feed the animals. Alright, let's get up out of here. Alright. Get turned around here. Because there is no good way to take off because the wind is cross runway. And it's so windy, it's going to be a kite for me. But I do not have this as a stock server or receiver anymore. And the reason I don't is I damaged one. I didn't damage the wing, I damaged the servo. The plane fell from in the shop and landed on the aileron. The aileron was fine, but it stripped the little servo that was in the wing. Well, I just grabbed the new servo and put it in, glued it in. I mean, I got that sucker concreted in there. It ain't coming out. Well, my stupid butt didn't think about the fact that I need to have a reverse servo or have a servo reverser. Didn't have a servo reverser with me at the time. And so what I just did is I just ran a single lead. And each aileron has their own feed. One going into the aileron port, the other one going into one of the auxiliary ports. And so that would do away or would mess up the safe technology in the original receiver. And I knew that if I tried to remove that servo in the wing, it was going to damage the wing. And since I don't need safe and everything, I just took an older AR3X receiver and erased its memory and just did it as an open stock sort of AS3X sort of receiver. So I don't have safe, I just have AS3X, I think, if I remember right. And so anyways, I just have the basic receiver, kind of, in a way, and but it's still the same airframe, and I'm flying it basically the same way you would fly one, even if you had the AS3X and the safe and all that. If you flew it in expert mode and had just AS3X only, that's basically what I'm doing here. So. But until I damaged that wing or damaged that servo, I did have it to where you could have safe and all that. And I will tell you right now, this is probably, if I wouldn't say it's the best trainer, but it's definitely in the top 3. And the only reason I say it's not the best is because most planes are not pushers. If this was a tractor plane, in other words, the engine's in the front and tractors or pulls the plane, then I'd make this the perfect trainer. Very robust, very rugged. I mean, this thing will absolutely take a beating. And it really will. And it's just a good plane for all around. Great FPV platform. Very efficient. You put right now I'm running a 2200 in her, and I got my timer set for 7 minutes, but I guarantee you that I could do 10 to 15 with throttle management. It's got wonderful beginner friendly landing gear, big nice big tires, and plenty of cooling, big cooling port right there in the front to go across your battery, and then there's another cooling port for the motor up top, and just a good all-around plane. Simple 4-channel control, which makes it is really good, and the rear horizontal stabilizer, or the elevator, is full stab. In other words, the whole thing moves, so you don't need much movement. As you can see, that elevator, that full floating stab, does just fine. Very loud plane though, but anytime you have a pusher prop and it's very close to the back of the motor, back to the plane like this one is, it's going to be loud. It's going to be loud. But just a fun plane to fly. Just take her and throw her in the sky. Have some fun with her. Yep. See if I can take off in that short space there.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Oh yeah. Nice loop and a roll there. Or a loop. Actually, it wasn't a roll, was it? Turn the motor off. Use my rudder to straighten her up. Boy, the bugs are bad. There you go. Nice little roll out there. All right, we're actually going to take off into the wind this time. We'll try to land, do a nice scale landing for a very unscaled plane. Bouncy. See, I didn't let the plane settle in and run a little longer before I let her settle down all the way.
1 minute.
Let's get her turned around here. We're going to try that landing again, because I gotta save my pride. I know you shouldn't let pride dictate your actions, but I gotta do a better landing than that. Yeah, see, there you go. Let her run a little bit longer, do a little more of a flare before I touch down. Then let your mains touch down first, then let your nose settle on in. All right, good ground handling. You can just steer it all over the place. Those big wheels just cut through everything. So great for grass, great for really anywhere. Motor off, and there you go. You a happy bird? You're a happy bird. Well, folks, thank you for watching. That's the Hobby Zone Aeroscout. Probably all around one of the best trainers you can get. I would say it would be the best trainer if the prop was in the front. It'd have to be configured differently, only because Most planes have the tractor, or a lot of them have the tractor, and people are more likely to get those. Just a good plane. I mean, very robust, very beginner friendly. Buy it in the bind and fly or the ready to fly if you don't already have your own transmitter, and slap you a 2200 2-cell or a 3-cell in there. Fly for 10-15 minutes with throttle management, or 7 minutes running her hard, and like I did, and have a blast with her. Very forgiving, very predictable, and big enough to where you can see her. And those 3 bolts on top, the wing comes off, one little connection undoes it from the radio, and you can transport it. But she's small enough, you should be able to transport her just like she is. Folks, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and God bless y'all.